Hello, welcome to this channel. This channel is all about the laity, Catholic laity, things that really concern us. For the most part, that's marriage and relationships. So if you're interested in that topic from a Catholic point of view, subscribe to this channel for more content. So today I'm going to be talking about why the sacrament of marriage matters, just for a few minutes. I'm going to tell you a story to emphasize that. But before I do, just a few talking points. I think where the churches are like young people today in marriage and relationships, I think we think that I've talked to a lot of people, or I've seen experiences, and kind of myself dating in the past. I think we think that if we're not fully ready for like marriage, or if we're not, if our heart isn't, pure enough, if our mind isn't ready, if we've seen ourselves maybe not sacrifice enough, or maybe we're worried that we don't have what it takes, or we've seen ourselves maybe not have what it takes, whether you're a man or a woman, I think we think that means we're not ready, or this relationship is not for us, right? It's not the timing. But I think if you talk to any married person, they'll tell you even after marriage, they weren't ready and they're still working on it. So I think we as a church, we as young people really need to let go of this perfection that we think we need to have. I do think there's so much good Catholic content that's coming out to remind us of the virtues, to remind us how we need to walk towards God. But I think sometimes we think that we need to be there already, or we need to be 100%, if we're going to enter into the sacrament of marriage. And that's just not the case. The sacrament of marriage, along with baptism and confirmation, is one sacrament that you receive once, and it continually pours grace out into your life. So once you enter into that sacrament of marriage, you receive grace not just that day, but every day throughout your life afterwards. So I think we need to kind of let go. I think we need to kind of realize we're not perfect. And if you're in a relationship and you're making mistakes, or you have made mistakes, you're not perfect. Let grace work. Get up the next day and try again. I think that's the problem that I've seen with the young church. So I'm going to tell you a story. Maybe 7 or 10 years ago, my father retired from his job, and my mom was throwing him a party, or a retirement party. And just to make a long story short, they were fighting a lot, maybe 3 weeks up leading to that party. And, just maybe changes in his life, retirement, finances, getting everything in order. Things didn't really, me and my sister were like, they should not have this party. They should call it off. They're arguing so much. And so the day of the party, it comes, and my whole family's there. Tons of people, food, everyone. And then at a certain point, my dad gets up towards the end, and he starts thanking everybody for being there. And he gets to my mom, and he starts thanking her. And he starts talking about how much he loves her, and I get emotional. And I was like, where is this coming from? They all been fighting so much. But later, as I thought about it, I realized, yeah, I don't get it. I'm not married. They're married. They have the sacrament of marriage. They have this sacrament that binds them together, that what God has joined, no one can take apart. They have their own way of working through things and working through issues. I didn't get it. And it was kind of alien to me. And not only did he thank her and talk about how much he loved her, he then proceeded to sing a song. His friend was there playing the piano as kind of background music, but then all of a sudden they went into this Elton John song, and he starts singing my mom this wonderful song by Elton John. And I was like, this is probably, number one, the most romantic thing I've ever seen my father do, maybe anybody do. And I think it's probably the greatest lesson that he ever taught me. Just that lesson of love. It's that you're relentless with it, you don't give up. That was his wife, and he loved her. She's passed away now, but rest in peace. But I just remember thinking, at the moment, I felt so dumb. I felt like I'd missed it. Like I'd missed everything, and I did. But later on I realized, well, they're married. Like they have the sacrament of marriage. They have that strength in each other from God that I don't understand. I can't tap into, right? So that's why I think the sacrament of marriage matters, right? If you have the sacrament of marriage, it's doing a lot more than you think it's doing. Realize that God is pouring grace into your marriage every single day. And there may be times where you think that you're getting weak, or you're having doubts, or you can't go on, or maybe it's a new marriage, or maybe you've been married for 20, 30 years and you're thinking about divorce. That happens for many people. Don't give up. Like, the sacrament is there. The sacrament is working. It's just, we need to turn to God, right? We need to. And if you're a young person, you're watching this and you're thinking, man, I've dated, but either the other person hasn't been ready or I'm not ready and X, Y, and Z, you're never going to be ready. Like, you will never feel 100%. But what you can be sure about is that God will be 100%, and he'll be there if you enter into that sacrament of marriage. Amen. That's all I have for this video. Subscribe. I'll catch you next time, and God bless you.